week later, exactly a week later since we pulled into ER. I have changed my clothes since then. Just wanted to update you. My foot is black and blue, of course, still in the boot, still on crutches, but I'm able to drive. Today was my first day driving. So we'll see how it goes. It's my toes lost circulation, so they turned black because the doctor put a compression sleeve on it on my leg on Friday. And so over the weekend, my foot started to fall asleep, but it slept better than I did. And my toes went black. So I took the compression sleeve off today, trying to get my toes to come back to pink, something close to pink. And yeah, so I'll kind of keep you updated. But exactly a week ago at this very moment, we drove into ER and my little rescuer went in to get the wheelchair. So what a ride. I'll be back. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago to tomorrow, I showed you this little beauty that I have that I got from the library. It's the California State Parks Pass. Remember I showed you this? Well, actually, I haven't posted that video yet, but I'm going to post it tonight. This was what got me into Folsom Lake, and it's what got me into the trail that I did, You Deserve a Break Today trail, that one. So this has to go back to the library on Tuesday. Today's Friday, so I have to stop on the way home and drop it off. But this is what got me this, my fancy new little handicap thing that I have, temporary, until July, from my most recent adventure that you may or may not have seen on the trail that I did on the 27th, which was posted actually before the one I'm going to post tonight, which is the one at Folsom Lake, Beals Point. So I did Beals Point on the 25th of March, and then I did the You Deserve a Break Today trail on the 27th of March, so 2 days later. So 2 days later, this ended up getting me this. So this one is a lot cheaper. Just stick with this one. It was free. So I thought I would come to the park today, and even though I'm still in a boot and still on crutches, and I'm supposed to keep my foot up and soak it and do all this kind of stuff, and it hurts like the dickens today for some reason. My toes they're still blackish, and the ankle bone, parts of the bone are just not happy today. But here I am. And just to update you if you care, if you want to know, I went to the doctor Wednesday. Again, today's Friday. So I went to the doctor on Wednesday, and he said that my toes were black because the nerves, and the tendons that were on the side by my ankle that snapped and popped apart. That was the pop I heard, was when they went. They go run down the foot, under the foot, and over the foot, and he says, I've seen a lot of people who break the outside of their ankle, which is what I did, the outside of my ankle, who break the outside of their ankle, and then their toes and the side of their foot and their toes go black. They get really purple, bruised, and that's what it is bruised. So it's not circulation, it's just really bruised. It doesn't feel bruised, but they're numb. I can't feel them. It's like when you have Novocaine and it's starting to come back, but not quite. That's what they feel like. So it's a joy. But I am so grateful that it didn't turn out worse than it did, because there were so many ways it could have gone so much worse. Plus, I had trail rescuers who were awesome. So anyway, I thought I'd come to the park and do a little quick mental meander in the rain on crutches. So come with me and see what we can do for this mental meander. So come on. So I'm out at the park, and there's sirens going off everywhere. I don't know what the deal is. I did find a little spot at the bench that's mostly dry. It's, like I said, it's raining today. So last night when I was poking around on my psychology files, because I had some clients yesterday and I needed to get some papers for them, and so I found one actually that I hadn't seen before, that I thought, hey, heck man, that would be perfect for this current situation, and maybe for a situation that you might have. So it's called the Silver Linings Positive Psychology Exercise. And like I said before, I am so grateful that
I only broke my ankle, because the trail that I was on, it could have gone so much worse. So this exercise, and I will show it to you, and I'll even post it in the bottom. And while I'm thinking of that, I've come to realize that a vast majority of people don't know where the description to a video is. Multiple people that I've talked to have no clue where it is. So, just so I can inform you, when you're watching a video on YouTube on the computer or a monitor of some sort, if you scroll down the page under the video box where the video is, under there should be like a title and then the channel name, like Meandering with Muddypaw. And then down below that is a description of the video that you're watching. And after a few sentences, it says read more. So click on read more, and you can read the whole thing, get links. And I'm always saying, especially for the Mental Meanders, I'm always saying I'll put a link in the description below the video. That's where those links are, so if you care. If you're watching it on your phone, you usually on your phone, if you have it this way, not this way, if you have it this way, you'll see the little video box at the top, and then below that you'll see the title. If you tap on the title, it'll pop open with a description. Sometimes you need to have the description to explain the video a little bit better, and that's what I was trying to say with the video that I did, the You Deserve a Break Today video. Read the description below the video. So there was text in the video that run along the bottom of the video, but that's different. Well, there she is. With my little crutches. And I thought I'd just give you a little. We've been to this park before. We did some hiking, walking actually down behind that, behind the trees. There's a little creek back there, and over there, way over there, was a spring that was popping up in those Indian ruins and stuff. Oh, what do they call it? Grinding stones. So we've been to this park before in the summertime. It actually was, I think it was like October. So it was still dry, but it looks pretty good now. So probably be dry again by the time I can actually do any hiking. But anyway, I'm gonna flip this around and I'll tell you about this silver linings thing. This silver linings exercise actually blew away. I had to go get it. I caught it though, yay me. This silver linings thing, you've heard the phrase, you know, oh, there's a silver lining in everything. And sometimes you just want to slap the people that say that. It's like, you don't have any clue what's going on. But, you know, in difficult situations, it's easy to focus on the negative and totally overlook the positive. I had the luck of being at the DMV just a few minutes ago, well, an hour and a half ago, to get my fancy little parking pass. And I hobbled in there, and the little guy at the front thing, when he checks you in, he's like, how are you today? And I said, it's great, you know. He says, oh, you're probably doing way better than I am. This place is a nightmare today. And he was just like, okay, now I know what to expect for the DMV. And the little checkout lady that I had started out grumpy, but she ended up okay. But it's like, I know, I get grumpy too. I get grumpy, I have bad days. Everybody has bad days, but still. The silver lining thing might help to, you know, shine new light on bad days. So I'm going to turn this off for a second. Some people were walking by. So this exercise does not try to make light of, no pun intended, does not try to make light of like trauma or grief or anything that's, you know, serious stuff. But some people have the knack to even find the silver lining and things like that. But this is like your general bad day kind of silver lining stuff. And as an example, I'll just use my little foot thing, my little foot. I was not expecting that to be the outcome for that trail, for that hike, I should say. But this thing almost blew away again. I'm not chasing it across the park again. This thing, the positive mindset, this is step number 1. It says positive mindset. List 5 things that make your life enjoyable. Okay? And then it says these can be as general as my health or as specific as the feeling of sunshine on my skin. This will help you to get into a positive mindset. So it says list 5 things that make your life enjoyable, besides the John Deere tractor that's going down the road. Okay, go on down the road. There he goes. So why don't you do that? I'll do it with you. 5 things that make my life enjoyable. Okay, ready, set? Okay. 5 things that make my life enjoyable just off the top of my head: my animals, my peeps, my Ovaltine, gotta have my Ovaltine, my spiritual side that I have, that I usually don't share here, and hiking or hobbling, as the case may be. So those are 5 things that make my life enjoyable, and they can change, however often, some days are better than others, and you can come up with other things, but those are just like quick off the top of my head ones. So the second step is a moment of frustration. So this, like I said, this is a frustration kind of bad day-ish kind of thing, not necessarily grief and trauma and serious stuff. So it says, briefly describe the most recent time something didn't go your way, or that when you felt upset or frustrated, or in pain. So I will just list right now, briefly describe sliding down a hillside when I'm on a hike by myself. It didn't go my way. It didn't go well. So that would be my thing. So maybe you can list something or think of something that briefly describe the most recent time something didn't go your way. So, and then step 3 is the silver linings. It says, spend some time reflecting on the silver linings from the situation described in step 2. Describe 3 silver linings. Okay? So whatever your situation was, try to find 3 silver linings. Sometimes those silver linings, you don't see them for years later, like especially after somebody dies or something, or maybe you lose your job and you get a better job later on. So that kind of thing, sometimes you don't see the silver linings right away, but for general daily frustrations and irritations and just grumpiness, bad days kind of stuff, if you look really hard, sometimes you can find the silver linings. Like they said, it could be general, like my health and things like that. So my 3 silver linings for my frustration or my didn't go my way on step 2, which was sliding down the hill, one of them was I did not slide all the way down the hill into the river, which very easily could have happened. I'm also grateful that I didn't break something else besides my ankle. What I broke was manageable on a trail. I didn't break my leg where I couldn't have crawled. I didn't have a compound fracture or anything like that. I didn't crack my head on a rock and get knocked unconscious and slide, into the bushes and nobody sees me. There's so many things. And then another silver lining for me on that particular thing, I've lost track already how many I have. Another silver lining was that my trail rescuers, Cat Meat and Choco Taco, were home. Usually they're out riding their mountain bikes or at work or whatever, but they were home. That one message got out. Nothing else got out, but the one message got out that needed to get out, and their message got in that said, we're on the way. That was it. I tried the rest of the trail and nothing went out. So those are my 3 silver linings, maybe more, maybe less, I don't know. But you can take things like that, like breaking your ankle, sliding down the hillside on a trail by yourself. Again, that's why you hike with a buddy, which I'm still looking for. But yeah, and I'm also grateful for my frustration for that one thing, was that it wasn't 150 degrees that day, and it wasn't raining, even though I had 3 hikers that passed me. 3 other people passed me, and they didn't help. One guy said, oh man, do you need some help? I can't help you. Well, then why'd you ask? And 2 other girls came by with their dog, and they said, oh wow, that's so sad, what happened? And I told them, and they said, do you want some snacks? I should have said yes, because by the time I got to the car, I was starving. I was like so lightheaded, I was going to pass out several times from the pain and from the exertion and from, being hungry. But I should have said yes to the snacks. But they didn't help either. They left. And after that, I was alone. That was it. Crawling in cat country, that's fun. But, those kind of things, you can still find the silver lining. And I was hoping that the clouds would clear up a little bit so I could actually have a silver lining to show you. But they're not out. The sun's not out yet. So anyway, that's basically it. It's not a lot, but I wanted to get back on here because, yeah, I'm not done. Even though I said them meander to end all meanders, it's kind of just going to subdue them for a while. It'll be mostly mental stuff, which is good because I haven't done those in a while. So anyway, that's about it I have for today. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, post them, which is underneath the video down if you scroll down and past the description. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you later.